Right, let's talk about SVG. Someone's got to have something to say. You supercar fans aren't doing yourself or him any favours, really. I don't know what you expect. If you go on any of social media and read the comments from supercar fans, you'd think he came last. You'd think that everyone in the track was attacking him. You'd think that Trackhouse sent him to the racetrack driving a Morris Minor. I don't know what you think's going on. I don't know what you're expecting from him in the Cup Series. The guy's obviously a brilliant road racer, no argument, and I'm rooting for him. I hope he can win a race this year and get himself into the playoffs, because that's a big payday for him and Trackhouse if he can achieve that. And that's why he's in the car, because he can win a road course race and get into the playoffs. That's worth $8 million to Trackhouse if he gets in the playoffs. So that's why he's there, and I think he can do it. I think he can win one. But it was never going to be easy for him in the Cup Series to win a race. Marcus Ambrose won two Cup races on road courses in 7 full seasons in the Cup Series. 2. Now, SVG might have a better chance and do better than that, and I think he probably will. First of all, let's address the car situation and all this rubbish about Trackhouse need to give him better cars. Trackhouse are a first or a Tier 1 team. There's 3 Chevrolet Tier 1 teams: RCR, HMS, and Trackhouse. Okay? They've got OEM support, full OEM support, full sim time support, everything they want from the Chevrolet test center. They've got everything they need, all the tools that they can get. There's also 3 Ford teams and 3 Toyota teams that are all Tier 1 teams. Trackhouse have got one of the best road course programs going in the Cup Series. They bring him everyone great cars. You cannot whinge about the equipment or the preparation of Trackhouse cars. Don't use that because all you do is roll out excuses. NASCAR don't want him to win. Trackhouse are bringing him junk cars. Trackhouse are making bad decisions. All the Yank drivers don't want him there. They're going to crash him out. It's just all rubbish. He's doing a brilliant job, an absolutely brilliant job for a guy in his rookie season in the Cup Series. He ran at the front all day. He led 30 laps. He was in the top 10 all day, and he finished in 6th. What do you want from a rookie? What is it you expect him to do? The Cup Series guys are some of the best tin top sedan drivers in the world. I don't know how you don't get that. He's not in the Xfinity Series now. The Xfinity Series is full of kids trying to make their way in the sport and possibly get to Cup, and older guys who didn't make it to Cup because they weren't good enough to succeed in Cup. SVG was the oldest and most experienced driver in the Xfinity Series last year. Of course he was going to win some races on road courses. He had way more experience than anybody else in the whole field on road courses. And he had a blinder. But this year he's in the Cup Series, racing against the best guys in the best gear for the biggest money. You guys have got to just chill. Understand that he's doing a great job. He's driving his ass off, having the time of his life, making money like you wouldn't believe, and running at the front. I don't know if he'll ever win an oval track race. He might run at the front, but running at the front on an oval and being relatively competitive during the race is a whole different kettle of fish than racing for a win at the end. And I don't know whether he's going to get to that level where he's going to be able to race for a win at the end of a race on an oval. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him win on an oval, but I don't know. And I don't think he'll ever win a championship in the Cup Series. But I'll tell you what, when he goes home back to New Zealand after his tenure in NASCAR, which will be 5 or 7 years or whatever he lasts over here, he's going to go home a very, very, very wealthy young man. He's going to go home with more money than he can ever spend. More money than the whole combined supercar field will ever earn. So there's that. So be happy for him. Be happy for the success he's having and how well he's running. And stop rolling out this excuse book for him not winning or for him not... I don't know. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you expect. The guy's great. He's doing a great job, and he's driving great cars for a great team. You know, to get that opportunity to get to race for a Tier 1 team in his first season in Cup, like, that's extraordinary. That's the opportunity of a lifetime, and he's doing it. He's living it. So let him go. Cheer for him. Be positive for him. Rap him for his achievements and how well he's going. But stop with there's a reason. Stop with the excuses for everything. It's just getting old. It's just getting old. And you just make yourself sound so stupid, like you just don't know anything about what you're talking about. Now, I know some of you are going to throw Chicago at me and say, well, he kicked all their asses at Chicago and he showed the Yanks, and just calling these guys all Yanks shows how ignorant you are for a start, because you don't even understand the culture of what a Yank is, half of yous. Chicago, yeah, he drove a great race. It was brilliant, and I was on the edge of my seat cheering him on. But let's be serious about the circumstances. There was only one other driver in that race who had ever raced on a street course before. And that wasn't even in a NASCAR. And that was Michael McDowell. Nobody else in that field had ever even seen one before. Where SVG has spent the majority of the past 15 years racing on street courses. Now, don't suggest that a street course and a road circuit race are the same, because they're completely different. I've raced on both, and they are completely different kettle of fish. So don't suggest that. So none of those guys had seen one, and SVG had 15 years experience on them. And the other caveat is, in the 76-year history of the NASCAR Cup Series, that was the second time that they'd run on wets, where SVG had been running on wets for 15 years as well. So he had some advantages. Let's be realistic. But now he's on an equal playing field every week in the Cup Series, and it's going to be tough. So good on SVG. Great result. Great effort. Great race. The team did well. Finished 6th, another top 10 for him. And let's hope he can build on it. Let's hope he can build on that and let's cheer him on and hopefully maybe get a win this year on a road circuit. That would be fantastic. Like I said, if he can do that and get into the playoffs, he's going to be feeding some chooks, I tell you. All right? Cheers.